Good morning, good afternoon, Amisal. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Much gratitude to you all. I pulled the cards and I got a wave of emotion, and I just had to let myself take some deep breaths and breathe it all in and give gratitude. So I decided I was going to do 3 cards, and then I got the first card, 10 of Pentacles, and then the second one, Knight of Pentacles, and then the last was 2 cards, and it was the World and Temperance. And Temperance is standing out for me today as well as the others, but I know that as we go along and get the meanings, and I'll read from Elliot Adams' Fearless Tarot. And if anybody is interested in that, just leave a comment and I can reply to you on where and how to get this book. And the 10 of Pentacles is legacy. The 10 of Pentacles symbolizes the legacy that you will eventually leave. It represents investment in the things that really last. This card also highlights the value of family and tradition. When the 10 of Pentacles appears, it asks if you are truly leaving the world a better place than you found it. Cultivating your personal legacy can include caring for future generations, cultivating a talent that positively impacts the world, or exemplifying what is best in you. Just need some tissue. Like I said, I'm processing and I had a lot of tears, and it feels like it's still, excuse me. What legacy do you want to leave? Where does the best part of yourself shine through? How can you ensure that light continues to shine long after you are gone? The old man on this card reflects on a life well lived. The roots of wealth are firmly established for the future generations surrounding him. He didn't grow up in a wealthy home. He sacrificed and scraped throughout his youth so that he could leave something better for his children and grandchildren. He is not only leaving his family a house or money, he is leaving them with his example. He is sharing himself and his wisdom with future generations. The love he has for his family is the greatest legacy he will leave. The family is prosperous and has more than it needs. His children have been raised right and will pass on all the love and learning they received. To their children. Learning they received to their children. The 2 dogs symbolize loyalty and devotion. Hidden above the old man's head is a coat of arms depicting the scales. See also Justice and the 6 of Pentacles cards. Perhaps the man is an older version of the merchant on the 6 of Pentacles. Regardless, the old man deserves the secure life he is surrounded by. The scales symbolize honesty, justice, and cultivation of good karma. The 10 of Pentacles asks you to look at your progress towards your larger goals. The legacy you are establishing will remain long after you have gone. Your personal legacy could be a book, a business, an art form, a property, or your example. Perhaps your life's work is merely to be your best self and to speak kindness and love in a world that really needs it right now. The 10 of Pentacles also asks you to place your focus on your family or community. Reconnect with loved ones. The love you share with others will always be your greatest legacy. Release pettiness and squabbles. Forgive past slights. Every human being has a mixture of good and bad. Nobody has a perfect family. The 10 of Pentacles assures you that what you invest your energy in now will create results well into the future. When this card appears, your life is becoming more secure. There's no need to fear the future when the 10 of Pentacles appears. Keep an eye on the long game and be patient. Reinforce stable foundations for future success. She's right there. There's scales in her. Knight of Pentacles. Managing expectations. The Knight of Pentacles represents a need for patience and perspective when our current life does not measure up to our expectations. It is a card that teaches us how to use setbacks as opportunities for resilience. Only hindsight will reveal just why something we hoped for or expected didn't quite pan out the way it should have. Life has a way of steering us to even better blessings than the ones we expected. Has something not panned out the way you hoped it would? Do you feel bad about the present because you don't have something that you think others have? You don't have something that you think others have? Are you able to see that the game isn't over yet and that there are still marvelous things in store for you? The Knight of Pentacles rides in the fields dreaming of the future. He is utterly disappointed with the present. The fields he surveys are brown and don't seem to be growing anything. How many more years does he have to keep pacing the same fields before they grow? It can be so frustrating. In order to become a king, this knight needs to demonstrate that he can make a field grow. Here's the rub. The field will never grow until he learns to be at peace with himself and his present lesson of patience and self-acceptance. It is interesting to note that of all the knights in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight who is seated on a horse that is not moving forward. This indicates that events are at a standstill. Although the knight is eager to progress, he must learn something important, that he can only be found where he is now, in the present. His helm and the horse's bridle are decorated with oak leaves. Oak is the tree of wisdom, and wisdom can only be gained by experiencing both successes and failures. It is in the present where wise breakthroughs are happening for this knight, even if he is unable to recognize them. The universe has a way of providing teachable moments. The lessons appear in the form of recurring setbacks that repeat themselves over and over until you absorb what you need to change about your mindset. At first, it might just seem like you're getting thwarted again. That's when you need to ask, how can I use this as an opportunity for resilience? Perhaps the recurring situations you face are teaching you patience and self-acceptance. Perhaps they are teaching you about boundaries or needing others to validate you. Perhaps you just need to learn to be at peace with where you are in the present. When the Knight of Pentacles appears, you're exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. Be now. Today, the challenge is to look at setbacks and see them as opportunities for growth. Look at how past disappointments made you stronger and led you to even better blessings than what you thought you wanted. Be patient and resilient. The Knight of Pentacles can also represent a person with great potential who is still growing into their shoes. He may also symbolize someone who is frustrated with their current lot. The card is ripe with potential, and success is assured for this individual in time. Knights can represent youngish adults of any gender. Knights are usually people who are passing out of one way of life and into another. the world. Completion. The world represents the successful completion of a life cycle. This card encourages to finish what you've started. The old is being completed and loose ends are now being tied up. When the world appears, you are crossing an important threshold. The world symbolizes that you aren't just completing a chapter of your life, but an entire volume. This card also rules important rites of passage. Magical new possibilities are opening to you now. Take a deep breath, summon your courage, and boldly across the finish line. What are you working on finishing? What world have you been creating for yourself? Are you aware of new opportunities currently opening to you? The world is the zenith of the major arcana. The figure depicted on the world has faced all the wonders and perils of the previous 21 cards. The image depicts her graduation. To mark this rite of passage, she has been given not just one magical wand, but two. The two wands symbolize total empowerment, perspective, and mastery. The right hand symbolizes assertive, outwardly directed energy. This is the hand the magician uses to hold his white wand. The left hand symbolizes receptive energy, directed inward. The wands symbolize that the figure on the world card has mastered both the active and passive parts of her psyche, the left and the right brain. She can give and she can receive. The figure on the world card is a powerful sorceress and knows it. Some tarot readers read her as an intersex being who has synthesized the polarities of both sexes, becoming enlightened. This could be the case as her genitalia is obscured. Her left leg is bent behind her right, just like the Hanged Man. This shows that the sorceress has achieved all that she has sacrificed for. She is not afraid of her future because she sees herself in the context of the universal. She has passed the fear of death, having faced it along with her shadows to be born anew. She is aligned with her spirit's authentic purpose. She knows who she is. The world reminds you that you can create miraculous changes in your life when you remember your spirit. Only by honoring your whole journey with all its losses, successes, and disappointments will you be able to accept wholeness. The sorceress on this card can send her energy out into the world to affect change, just like the magician. They both hold magical white wands in their right hand. However, the sorceress has also done her inner work. The wand in the left hand symbolizes her mastery of the unseen, darker pathways on her journey. Acceptance of her entire path opens her to receiving not just the joyful, successful times, but the hard times as well. Think back on your life's journeys. What hills and valleys did you pass through to arrive at this moment? Breathe in the magnitude of your presence and perseverance. If you are here, you still have new purpose and new work to do. Completion can be frightening. It requires you to commit yourself to unknowable new experiences. When the world appears, allow yourself to feel excited about this rite of passage. Be proud of your accomplishments and your total journey. You now know thyself, and through you the universe is conscious of a precious part of itself too. There is powerful magic in remembering that you are infinite and limitless. Leo season, you see the lion. Eagle. Temperance. Finding the right recipe for balanced living. Temperance signifies balance and moderation and slowing down. This card represents your inner stress barometer, which notifies you when your mind and body are under too much strain. When temperance appears, it is time to give your body more of what it needs right now in order to restore your equilibrium. The card encapsulates finding the right balance between two opposing forces to restore harmony. Does your body act up when you're stressed? Do you get strange sensations that make you worry? You might have something seriously wrong with you. Do you listen to your inner needs when you are spread too thin, or do you power through, depleting yourself further? The angel on the temperance card represents your higher self, which knows just how much of anything you can endure. The angel is pouring just the right amount of water from one cup to replenish the other. This represents your need to replenish what has been depleted. The angel also has one foot on dry land and the other foot in the stream. This symbolizes that although he is operating in the real world, the dry land, he keeps one foot in contact with his intuitive inner world, the stream. The path behind him leads to a bright destination. If you follow the angel's example and look after your equilibrium, you will also find a healthier, happier future awaiting you. The iris flowers calls to mind Iris, the messenger goddess. Your mind, body, and spirit and the universe surrounding you are constantly offering messages of how to best heal. Temperance is sandwiched between the major arcana's most challenging cards, the Hanged Man and Death, and the Devil and the Tower. It is an oasis in this leg of the journey. Temperance represents a place of self-care and restoration before getting back in the ring. The many angels that appear in the tarot represent your higher self. The location of temperance in the major arcana symbolizes the need to reconnect with a transcendent big picture perspective while amid difficulties. Stressful situations can deplete you quickly. It's like holding your breath underwater and endlessly swimming. The symbol of the temperance can be described as returning to the water's surface and replenishing yourself with a fresh breath of sweet air. Temperance enables you to go within and return to the surface renewed and revitalized. You may think that life is just too demanding and busy and that you don't have the time for self-care. Many people give all the energy they have and wonder why they feel strained, stressed, and even crazy. The answer is simple. They are burning the candle at both ends. Temperance reminds you to listen to your body, quiet your mind, and come up for air. No matter what demands are being placed on you currently, You need to replenish yourself. Not wanting to disappoint others makes us jump through impossible circles and hoops, attempting to be Superman or Superwoman. All the while, we slowly deplete ourselves to the point where we need rescuing. Temperance gently guides you to protect your own health and well-being first. In this way, you will have plenty to share with others. To restore your balance, what is your body signaling that it needs? More water, more rest, some quiet time, a vacation, a break, time with your favorite books, a reading. Wrap yourself in the angel's wings and lovingly give your body some attention. The angel of temperance is guiding you back toward what you need for balance. Taking the time to restore your equilibrium will ensure that you have an abundance of energy to invest in all the people, goals, and improvements that are waiting for you. It's lovely. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Any more messages? Take a quick shuffle. Angel guides, spirits. Any more messages for the collective? Thank you for your words of encouragement. The Knight of Cups. The brave messenger of love. The Knight of Cups is the tarot's brave messenger of love. The Knight can communicate his deepest feelings without fear or embarrassment. Everywhere he rides, love begins to flow. He represents all forms of love, romantic, passionate, platonic, and familial. He can reintroduce a lonely person into a world of friends and can bring renewed passion to an intimacy-barren relationship. This is because he does not let fear, embarrassment, or shame keep him from opening his heart. He reminds those who believe they are alone that they are connected, valuable, loved, and accepted. The Knight of Cups appears when it's time to be emotionally courageous. Do you have a hard time expressing your feelings even to people you are closest to? Are you too shy or too scared to open yourself up to connecting with others? When did you last feel passionate or romantic? The Knight of Cups is so hot. He is completely confident with his feelings, and what is more attractive than confidence? He gazes electrically with deep blue eyes and effortlessly expresses what he desires openly. He wears the wings of Hermes, the messenger god, on his helm and his feet. Fish decorate his tunic. This symbolizes his ability to communicate clearly about deep unconscious feelings that can be difficult for others to put into words. He teaches that communication about feelings heals isolation and confusion. The more difficult the subject, the more healing to be gained from talking about it. However, you must be brave enough to open your heart to others. You might wonder why you would need to be brave to express love. The answer is that vulnerability can be very scary. Even people who have been together for years can find it difficult to express affection and intimacy. This is especially true if the heart has been wounded by a deep betrayal or loss in the past. The Knight of Cups appears to tell us that retreating further from others will never heal the heart. The heart mends when it is brave and open, allowing new experiences to take the place of past hurts. The Knight of Cups is eternally optimistic that the future will be brighter than times before. He bravely directs his horse over the river, crossing into the realm of the heart. The horse treads mindfully and carefully into this sensitive realm. The knight knows that the heart is not fragile as it pretends to be. It can heal amazingly. However, it must be open to do so. The Knight of Cups urges you to bring some passion and excitement back into your life. Share, flirt, take a risk, make new friends, but most importantly, be vulnerable. The Knight presents his cup as a gift to you. Much like the divine hand on the Ace of Cups, there is no greater gift than love. The more you give this gift, the more you receive. The Knight of Cups inspires you to be courageous enough to express love, romance, affection, and passion. Have confidence in your worth and stop being self-conscious. You don't need to be in an intimate relationship to begin healing your heart. The first step is to be brave enough to open it. When representing another person, the Knight of Cups can symbolize a lover or an exciting love interest. He is attractive and charismatic and says the most charming things. Knights appear on horses in the tarot, so there's an implication of coming and going. The Knight of Cups can represent a person who passionately arrives and departs from your life cyclically. Sorry about that. He is not necessarily unsuitable, but a relationship with him may need more time to deepen into a secure partnership. Knights can represent youngish adults of any gender. Knights are usually people who are phasing out of one way of life and into another. Take that as a confirmation. Thank you for joining me here today, and this is also helping me in experiencing everything. I mean, this whole reading of tarot is new for me, but it's also helping me heal, and it's helping me move forward. And I thank you for being here and listening. And in the bottom of the deck is a Page of Swords. Four of Swords. This one's removing any obstacles, maintaining emotional balance, taking a time out to rest, with the many options and possibilities that are before you. To becoming stable with all of your resources and tools that you have used to get here today. Knowing all of the cups that are here for you, and reminder of Spirit that is with you. Not to forget all of the other gifts that are provided. And the stability in Pentacles and sharing your love instead of holding on to it tightly. And sharing and giving flowers and filling your heart and hearts around you with flowers and love. Thank you. Bye.